Hollywood love stories aren't always what you expect. Behind the red carpets and flashing cameras, these stars have built romances that are bold, inspiring, and unforgettable. From secret weddings to power couples redefining what it means to be in love, these 25 lesbian celebrity pairs prove that true love always finds a way. Ready to see which stars are making history together? Let's dive in. Jodie Foster and Alexandra Hedison, Hollywood's quiet power couple. Jodie Foster has spent most of her career guarding her private life like a fortress. But in 2014, she surprised the world by marrying photographer Alexandra Hedison after just a year of dating. Foster, who officially came out in 2007, had previously been with film producer Sydney Bernard, with whom she shares 2 sons. Now, with Hedison by her side, Foster has found a balance between stardom and serenity. Unlike other Hollywood couples who thrive on the spotlight, these two prefer to keep their romance low-key, away from flashing cameras and tabloid drama. And maybe that's why it works. Their relationship has remained rock solid while others in Hollywood crumble. They're proof that sometimes the strongest love stories are the ones you don't see plastered across every magazine cover. A mystery to the public, a fortress to themselves, Foster and Hedison may just be one of Hollywood's most underrated power couples. Cynthia Nixon and Christine Marinoni, from rally to romance. Sometimes love shows up where you least expect it, like at a political rally. That's exactly where Sex and the City star Cynthia Nixon met education activist Christine Marinoni back in 2001. At the time, Nixon was still married to Danny Moses, with whom she shares 2 children. But what started as friendship with Marinoni slowly blossomed into something much deeper. By 2003, after Nixon finalized her divorce, the two began dating. 6 years later, in true activist fashion, they announced their engagement during a same-sex marriage rally. In 2011, Marinoni gave birth to their son, cementing their bond as a family. Finally, in 2012, when marriage equality became a reality in New York, they tied the knot. Their journey from friends to partners to parents proves that love built on shared values, activism, resilience, and family can withstand anything. Nixon and Marinoni aren't just a couple, they're a living example of how love and politics can change lives. Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi, Hollywood's golden couple. If there's a lesbian power couple that defines Hollywood, it's Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi. Since their wedding in 2008, they've built a life that's equal parts love story and empire. From stunning red carpet appearances to their jaw-dropping $45 million estate, they've become the picture of success, both individually and as a pair. But it hasn't always been easy. From Ellen facing public backlash during her early career to Portia navigating fame and identity in the spotlight, their bond has been tested. And yet, through every challenge, they've stood side by side, stronger than ever. Their mix of Ellen's playful humor and Portia's quiet elegance makes them a perfect balance, a blend of femme and butch energy that fans around the world adore. More than just celebrities, they're proof that love, when nurtured with loyalty and laughter, can truly withstand the glare of fame. Wanda Sykes and Alex Sykes, comedy, courage, and a family of love. Wanda Sykes has never been afraid to speak her mind, and when it comes to love, she's just as fearless. In 2008, she tied the knot with French businesswoman Alex Sykes, and the two have been inseparable ever since. Together, they're proud parents of adorable fraternal twins, with Alex carrying their children. But their journey wasn't without obstacles. When Wanda came out publicly, her conservative parents initially refused to accept her sexuality, and even skipped the wedding. It was a painful chapter, but with time, they came around, learning to love and support Wanda and her growing family. Now, Wanda and Alex stand as proof that love can weather rejection, cultural differences, and the harsh glare of fame. Their marriage is both tender and resilient, the perfect balance of humor and heart. In Hollywood, where relationships often fizzle fast, the Sykes family shines as a reminder that true love lasts, Which couple on my list do you think impressed you the most? Please share with me. Kristen Stewart and Dylan Meyer, A Love Written in the Stars. Kristen Stewart has always been one of Hollywood's most private stars, but when she met screenwriter Dylan Meyer in 2019, everything changed. The two had been unknowingly living parallel lives in Los Angeles, yet fate brought them together at just the right moment. Kristen later admitted that meeting Dylan felt like destiny, like finding the missing piece she didn't even know she was searching for. By 2020, Kristen was openly talking about Dylan in interviews, something rare for the notoriously guarded actress. Then in 2022, she confirmed the news fans had been waiting for. The two were officially engaged. Their love is refreshingly real, less about the red carpet and more about quiet moments, writing, laughter, and shared dreams. Kristen may have built her career playing intense, often brooding characters, but with Dylan, we see a softer side, one that's all about joy and commitment. Ariana DeBose and Sue Maku, Red Carpets and Real Love. When Academy Award-winning actress Ariana DeBose and costume designer Sue Maku first crossed paths in 2018 while working on the Donna Summer musical, sparks flew both on and off the stage. What began as a creative collaboration soon blossomed into a romance that caught the attention of Broadway and Hollywood alike. Their relationship truly turned heads in 2022, when Ariana took home the Oscar for West Side Story. As Ariana made history, Sue was right there, cheering the loudest and expressing her gratitude to the Academy for recognizing her partner's talent. Together, they are a blend of artistry and authenticity, one in front of the camera, the other behind the scenes, but both shining just as brightly. While Ariana continues to rise as one of Hollywood's most powerful voices, Sue remains her anchor, reminding us that sometimes the best love stories happen when passion and partnership collide. Lauren Morelli and Samira Wiley, From Script to Soulmates. Sometimes writing a story leads you straight into your own. That's exactly what happened to Orange is the New Black head writer Lauren Morelli. While exploring the lives of the show's queer characters, Lauren realized something about herself. She was a lesbian. The revelation was life-changing, leading to an amicable divorce from her husband in 2014 and a brand new chapter. That chapter began with actress Samira Wiley, who played the beloved Pussy Washington on the show. Their professional connection quickly grew into something more, and soon the two were inseparable. In 2017, they tied the knot in a gorgeous ceremony filled with joy, laughter, and, of course, style. Together, Lauren and Samira represent the beauty of discovering your truth and the courage to live it openly. Their love story proves that sometimes fiction can spark real-life magic, and that the happiest endings are the ones you write for yourself. Sarah Paulson and Holland Taylor, Love Without Limits. When Sarah Paulson and Holland Taylor confirmed their relationship in 2015, Hollywood didn't know what to make of it. With a 32-year age gap, they became one of the most talked-about couples in the industry. But instead of shying away, they leaned into their love, unapologetic, authentic, and stronger with every year. Their story began when Sarah reached out to Holland on Twitter, proving that even Hollywood romances can start with a simple message. What followed was a connection built on mutual admiration, humor, and respect. Despite belonging to different generations, they've shown that age is nothing more than a number when two people truly see each other. While critics whispered, Sarah and Holland stayed focused on what mattered most: their happiness. Nearly a decade later, they remain one of the most inspiring couples in Hollywood. A reminder that love doesn't follow rules, trends, or timelines. It just is. Fiona Shaw and Sonali Dharanyagala, Healing Through Love. In 2018, acclaimed actress Fiona Shaw found love in one of the most unexpected places, the pages of a memoir. She first encountered economist and writer Sonali Dharanyagala through her heartbreaking book, which detailed the unimaginable loss of her children, husband, and parents in the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. Instead of shying away from such grief, Fiona was drawn to Sonali's resilience and strength. Their connection grew into something extraordinary. That same year, the two married, joining not only their lives, but also their journeys of healing and hope. Fiona has often described her wife as an extraordinary person, someone who transformed unimaginable tragedy into a story of survival. Together, Fiona and Sonali remind us that love can emerge even in the darkest shadows, bringing light, comfort, and purpose. Their marriage isn't just a union. It's proof that out of devastation, something profoundly beautiful can still grow. Hayley Kiyoko and Becca Tilley, from secret romance to public love story. Pop star Hayley Kiyoko, often hailed as Lesbian Jesus by her fans, shocked the internet in 2022 when she and Bachelor alum Becca Tilley finally revealed their romance to the world. But here's the twist. They had already been dating since 2018, keeping their love under wraps for 4 whole years. The secrecy wasn't about shame. It was about protecting something special. When the moment finally came, Becca confessed on her podcast just how much Hayley had changed her life, calling her influence profound. Fans swooned, celebrating the couple's bravery in going public on their own terms. Since then, they've kept the details of their relationship fairly private. But every glimpse we get, from sweet Instagram posts to public appearances, reminds us that sometimes love is worth waiting for. Their story proves that when you're ready to share your truth, the world is more than ready to cheer you on. Tig Notaro and Stephanie Allen, laughter, resilience, and new beginnings. Comedian Tig Notaro has built her career on turning life's toughest moments into humor, but her love story with actress and writer Stephanie Allen is no joke. It's pure inspiration. The two met while working together and quickly formed a bond that went deeper than friendship. By 2015, they were married, sealing their partnership with laughter, love, and shared dreams. Their journey hasn't been without challenges. Tig's battle with cancer and their struggles to start a family were deeply personal chapters, some of which she shared in her Netflix documentary. But together, Tig and Stephanie persevered, eventually welcoming twin boys into their lives. Today, their marriage is a blend of resilience and joy, filled with comedy, creativity, and the chaos of raising kids. Tig and Stephanie prove that even in the face of hardship, love can not only survive, but thrive, creating a story that's as heartwarming as it is funny. JoJo Siwa and Kylie Prue, young love in the spotlight. JoJo Siwa has never been one to shy away from the spotlight. With her glittery bows, infectious energy, and larger-than-life personality, she's always center stage. But in 2021, she surprised fans by coming out and introducing the world to her girlfriend, Kylie Prue. Their romance instantly captured hearts, not only for its sweetness, but also for JoJo's fearless honesty at such a young age. Despite facing the challenges of a long-distance relationship, JoJo and Kylie made it work, often sharing adorable snapshots of their love on Instagram. From goofy selfies to heartfelt tributes, their posts became a celebration of joy and authenticity. JoJo even jokingly called herself Kai-sexual, a playful nod to Kylie's name that had fans swooning. For JoJo, love isn't about labels. It's about being unapologetically yourself. Together, she and Kylie show that young love, when rooted in trust and laughter, can shine just as brightly as any stage light. Elliot Page and Samantha Thomas, walking into the light. For years, Elliot Page kept his personal life guarded, navigating the pressures of Hollywood while searching for a safe space to be himself. That changed in 2015, when he walked hand-in-hand with artist Samantha Thomas on a red carpet, proudly and openly declaring their relationship. For Elliot, it wasn't just about romance, it was about visibility, freedom, and finally living authentically. Their relationship was filled with creativity and mutual support, often blending Samantha's artistry with Elliot's activism. In interviews, Elliot shared how transformative it felt to love someone openly, to hold hands in public without fear. For him, it was a beautiful new experience that brought both joy and strength. Though the two later went their separate ways, their time together remains a landmark in Elliot's journey towards self-acceptance and empowerment. With Samantha by his side, he showed the world that love and authenticity are powerful forces, capable of rewriting even the toughest scripts. Kate McKinnon and Jackie Abbott, comedy meets quiet romance. Kate McKinnon has made millions laugh on Saturday Night Live, but when it comes to her love life, she prefers to keep the spotlight dim. Her relationship with actress and photographer Jackie Abbott is one of Hollywood's most private romances, and that's exactly how they like it. The two made their first public appearance together at the 2017 Primetime Emmy Awards, where Kate took home the award for Best Supporting Actress in a comedy series. Fans were thrilled to see Jackie by her side, cheering her on during one of the biggest nights of her career. Since then, they've chosen to keep things low-key, rarely sharing details with the media. Their bond thrives away from the noise of Hollywood, proving that sometimes the strongest relationships are the ones protected from the spotlight. For Kate and Jackie, love isn't a performance. It's personal, private, and beautifully real. Raven Simonet and Miranda Pierman-Madej, a surprise wedding and a shared dream. Raven Simonet grew up in front of the camera, but when it came to love, she kept her heart guarded, until meeting Miranda Pierman-Madej. The two first crossed paths at a karaoke night in West Hollywood around 2015, and what began as casual fun blossomed into something much deeper. In June 2020, during a time when the world felt uncertain, Raven and Miranda surprised fans with a wedding in Debbie Allen's backyard. The intimate ceremony was simple, joyful, and a true reflection of their personalities, private yet full of love. Since then, the couple has openly shared their happiness, even hinting at future plans to start a family together. Their story shows that sometimes the most beautiful chapters are written quietly, away from flashing lights. For Raven and Miranda, love is about laughter, partnership, and building a future hand in hand. Lily Tomlin and Jane Wagner, a love that redefines time. In an industry where relationships often fizzle under the spotlight, Lily Tomlin and Jane Wagner are the shining exception. Their love story has spanned more than 50 years, making them one of Hollywood's longest-lasting couples. They first met in the early 1970s when Jane, a brilliant writer, collaborated with Lily on comedy projects. What began as professional respect quickly grew into a partnership that was equal parts creative and romantic. For decades, they quietly supported one another, keeping their relationship out of the public eye during a time when Hollywood wasn't ready to embrace same-sex love. Then, in 2013, after more than 4 decades together, they finally tied the knot, proving that true love is patient, enduring, and worth the wait. Beyond romance, their union has fueled some of Lily's most iconic performances, with Jane writing many of her beloved characters. Together, they are not just partners in life, but also in art, a testament to love's ability to inspire, endure, and create magic that lasts a lifetime. Jane Lynch and Jennifer Chaney, love lost and found again. Sometimes, timing really is everything. Actress Jane Lynch, beloved for her sharp wit and unforgettable roles on Glee and beyond, first dated Jennifer Chaney back in the early 2000s. Life eventually pulled them in different directions, but as fate would have it, their story wasn't finished. In 2016, years after going their separate ways, Jane and Jennifer reconnected, older, wiser, and more at peace with themselves. This time, things clicked effortlessly. Jane has said that they're now very different people, no longer held back by the insecurities that once got in the way. Today, their relationship is marked by harmony, trust, and a sense of calm that only comes with maturity. They've found joy in simply being together, proving that sometimes love doesn't end. It just pauses until the timing is right. Jane and Jennifer are living proof that second chances can be the sweetest of all. Melissa Etheridge and Linda Wallem from Friendship to Forever. Sometimes the best love stories begin with friendship. Rock icon Melissa Etheridge and writer-producer Linda Wallem had been close friends for more than a decade before romance ever entered the picture. Their bond deepened when Linda moved in to support Melissa through a difficult divorce, and somewhere along the way, friendship turned into something undeniable. In 2014, the pair made it official, tying the knot in an intimate ceremony that celebrated not only their love, but also their years of loyalty and trust. For Melissa, who has long used her music to advocate for truth and authenticity, finding love with her best friend felt like the ultimate harmony. Today, they remain one of Hollywood's most grounded couples, strong, supportive, and filled with laughter. Their story proves that sometimes the person meant for you isn't a stranger at all, but the friend who's been standing beside you the whole time. Cherry Jones and Sophie Huber, neighbors turned soulmates. For Emmy-winning actress Cherry Jones, love was waiting right next door. She met screenwriter and filmmaker Sophie Huber while living on the same Los Angeles property, and what began as a neighborly friendship soon blossomed into a romance. Sometimes the best stories really do start close to home. By 2015, the two tied the knot, sealing their bond with a wedding filled with joy and intimacy. Though both are deeply committed to their craft, Cherry and Sophie have no plans to collaborate professionally, a choice that allows them to keep their creative lives separate while fully supporting each other's success. Their relationship is a refreshing reminder that love doesn't have to be flashy or played out for the cameras. Instead, it can grow quietly, steadily, and beautifully. For Cherry and Sophie, home is more than a place. It's where they found each other. Robin Roberts and Amber Lane. A quiet love, loud in strength. For years, Good Morning America anchor Robin Roberts kept her relationship out of the public eye. Then, in 2013, after triumphing over a very public battle with cancer, she surprised fans by revealing she had been in a committed relationship with massage therapist Amber Lane for a full decade. Unlike many Hollywood couples, Robin and Amber prefer a simple, private life. They don't chase red carpets or headlines, but their bond radiates strength and stability. Through Robin's health struggles, Amber was her steady rock, offering support when it mattered most. Robin has since described their relationship as filled with peace, joy, and quiet happiness. Together, they've built a love story that doesn't need constant attention to shine. Instead, theirs is the kind of partnership that inspires quietly. A reminder that true love is about showing up day after day through every challenge and victory. Brandi Carlile and Katherine Shepard love music and making a difference. Grammy-winning singer-songwriter Brandi Carlile has always poured her heart into her music, but her love story with Katherine Shepard adds another verse to her legacy. The two met through their shared passion for activism, and what started as a connection over causes quickly grew into a partnership that blends love with purpose. Katherine, with her background in philanthropy, became both Brandi's wife and her partner in building the Brandi Carlile Foundation. Together, they've used their voices and platforms to champion equality, support communities in need, and create positive change. Beyond their activism, Brandi often credits Katherine as her anchor, the steady hand guiding her through the whirlwind of fame. Their marriage is more than a union of two people. It's a collaboration of music, activism, and heart. With Katherine by her side, Brandi shows that love isn't just personal. It can be world-changing. Beanie Feldstein and Bonnie Chance Roberts. A love straight out of a script. Sometimes, the best romances begin on set. Actress Beanie Feldstein met producer Bonnie Chance Roberts while working on the 2018 film How to Build a Girl. What started as a professional collaboration quickly turned into a love story that has only grown stronger with time. Over the years, fans have watched their relationship blossom through candid snapshots and sweet public moments. Then came their wedding, a celebration overflowing with joy, laughter, and heartfelt gratitude. Beanie shared photos from the big day on Instagram, thanking family, friends, and fans for helping make their dream wedding possible. Their story feels like the perfect rom-com, two creatives brought together by a shared project who ended up building a life side by side. For Beanie and Bonnie, love is more than just chemistry. It's partnership, creativity, and building something lasting together. Niecy Nash and Jessica Betts, redefining love on their own terms. Niecy Nash has always lived life unapologetically, and her love story with musician Jessica Betts is no exception. In 2020, Niecy surprised fans by announcing her marriage to Jessica just months after finalizing her divorce. The news lit up headlines, not because of scandal, but because Niecy had never before publicly been in a same-sex relationship. But Niecy was quick to clarify, this wasn't a coming out. Instead, she described it as a going into myself, embracing her truth and her happiness without needing a label. Her union with Jessica became a powerful statement. Love is love, and it doesn't have to fit anyone else's expectations. Together, they radiate joy, often sharing their music, laughter, and adventures with fans online. Their marriage is vibrant, soulful, and fearless, a true reflection of who they are. Niecy and Jessica prove that the bravest love stories are the ones written straight from the heart. Fortune Feimster and Jacqueline Smith. Laughter, love, and lasting commitment. Comedian Fortune Feimster has always brought humor to life's toughest moments, but her relationship with Jacqueline Smith is pure heart. After more than 5 years together, the couple decided to make it official in 2020 with an intimate backyard wedding. The ceremony was small, partly due to COVID-19 restrictions, but also because they wanted it to reflect what mattered most, their love and their future. For Fortune and Jacqueline, marriage was more than a milestone. It was a way to solidify their commitment in uncertain times. The couple has been open about their fears that marriage equality might one day be challenged again, and tying the knot gave them peace of mind, knowing their bond was protected. Together, they've built a life filled with laughter, trust, and partnership. Fortune often shares glimpses of their love story in her stand-up, blending humor with sincerity. With Jacqueline by her side, she shows that the best punchline to life's struggles is a love that makes you feel safe, seen, and celebrated. Heather Matarazzo and Heather Turman. A private love, a lasting bond. Heather Matarazzo, best known for her beloved role in The Princess Diaries, has always kept her personal life away from Hollywood's spotlight. But when she met comedian and writer Heather Turman, she found the partner she had been waiting for. After dating quietly, the two announced their engagement in early 2018, with Matarazzo popping the question in a heartfelt proposal. 10 months later, they exchanged vows in a private ceremony surrounded by close friends and family. While they choose to keep most details of their relationship off social media, they occasionally share sweet glimpses that remind fans just how happy they are together. For Heather and Heather, love isn't about publicity or attention. It's about trust, laughter, and building a life side by side. Their story is a refreshing reminder that even in Hollywood, some of the most beautiful romances happen far from the cameras. Jodie Foster and Alexandra Hedison. Hollywood's quiet power couple. Jodie Foster has spent most of her career guarding her private life like a fortress. But in 2014, she surprised the world by marrying photographer Alexandra Hedison after just a year of dating. Foster, who officially came out in 2007, had previously been with film producer Sydney Bernard, with whom she shares 2 sons. Now, with Hedison by her side, Foster has found a balance between stardom and serenity. Unlike other Hollywood couples who thrive on the spotlight, these two prefer to keep their romance low-key, away from flashing cameras and tabloid drama. And maybe that's why it works. Their relationship has remained rock solid while others in Hollywood crumble. They're proof that sometimes the strongest love stories are the ones you don't see plastered across every magazine cover. A mystery to the public, a fortress to themselves, Foster and Hedison may just be one of Hollywood's most underrated power couples. Cynthia Nixon and Christine Marinoni, from rally to romance. Sometimes love shows up where you least expect it, like at a political rally. That's exactly where Sex and the City star Cynthia Nixon met education activist Christine Marinoni back in 2001. At the time, Nixon was still married to Danny Moses, with whom she shares 2 children. But what started as friendship with Marinoni slowly blossomed into something much deeper. By 2003, after Nixon finalized her divorce, the two began dating. 6 years later, in true activist fashion, they announced their engagement during a same-sex marriage rally. In 2011, Marinoni gave birth to their son, cementing their bond as a family. Finally, in 2012, when marriage equality became a reality in New York, they tied the knot. Their journey from friends to partners to parents proves that love built on shared values, activism, resilience, and family can withstand anything. Nixon and Marinoni aren't just a couple, they're a living example of how love and politics can change lives. Robin Roberts and Amber Lane. A quiet love, loud in strength. For years, Good Morning America anchor Robin Roberts kept her relationship out of the public eye. Then, in 2013, after triumphing over a very public battle with cancer, she surprised fans by revealing she had been in a committed relationship with massage therapist Amber Lane for a full decade. Unlike many Hollywood couples, Robin and Amber prefer a simple, private life. They don't chase red carpets or headlines, but their bond radiates strength and stability. Through Robin's health struggles, Amber was her steady rock, offering support when it mattered most. Robin has since described their relationship as filled with peace, joy, and quiet happiness. Together, they've built a love story that doesn't need constant attention to shine. Instead, theirs is the kind of partnership that inspires quietly. A reminder that true love is about showing up day after day through every challenge and victory.